So I want to take you on a speed run of how to make these comic book sound effects drawn in Rive. Just going to move this across. So basically what we'll be making is something like this. Okay, so let's move this guy down. And we end up with that if we grab the star tool and we grab a star and we move that up to 10 points. Okay, and I know it doesn't look like it now, but it will. Okay, if we change that angle a bit out here, probably want about 70, thanks. I keep the sharp edges on there, and now it's time to edit the path. So we go to edit vertices, select path, edit vertices, and we're going to come in here and grab these points over here. Now you've got two options from here really, and you could try use this corner radius. I'm not a massive fan of that. I just grab this one, which kind of deforms everything in the wrong direction. So you have to come in here and then straighten these out. But the handles give you a lot more control, and you could break a specific handle up into like the single one if you needed to do something very specific. It's a little bit more work, but it's totally worth the extra control. From here we've got like this round version of that bang or pow or boom or whatever this will be. So this could be a really nice explosion-y type one. You could deform it like this to get the quick effect going. The other way to do that is just come back to path, edit, grab the vertices, start moving them up and manipulating them into a shape. This is just way faster, but it will mess with your scaling, obviously. Okay. So now if I do this, I can come in and modify each and every single one. So I would like some longer, some shorter. Different places. And I kind of like having a more effect. That are just shorter, these are bigger. Might scale this in a bit. Okay, great. Now we've got that initial path. I'm just going to call this mid. We can just group this to make our effect. Okay, we'll duplicate mid. This will be highlight. This will be okay. This will be back. Okay, so I normally just have my mid color and whatever color we pick here. Obviously, highlight's gonna affect that right now. So find some comic book looking color. I like the yellows we used earlier, so I'm actually just gonna color pick them off there. So that's our highlight color. I'll grab that mid color, highlight color. We're gonna go and grab the highlight color, and then the back is easy. We just make that black. And now what I do is I just offset this, and if you want the points in there, you have to slightly scale that one up just to make your workload less. And you might not want all the points in there. I like the offset quite a bit. So now that I've got the offset, I might even tweak this one a bit smaller, tuck it in a bit more. There we go. Okay. Now you've got to go around once on each of these to get the points where you want them. So I open up the paths. And I'd probably do mid first. So I'll just turn up that path for now. Edit vertices, and then come in and put these paths inside wherever you want them. That one's already in. Maybe a bit out. I don't like going exactly for the middle. The line weights really add to the effect. So if they're uneven, it's a much better effect. I'm kind of happy with that one up there, actually. You can also tweak these right about now. If you wanted them wider, softer. That's cool. Make that a bit bigger. Yeah. That one can definitely go in a bit. Okay, cool. So we've got some of that going on there. We'll trigger that path now and select it, and then edit the vertices. And come back in here and do this thing. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, why not? Might be fun to break out from the pattern and have like the left ones overshoot that mid-tone. Anyway, there we go. That's our bang or our boom or our whatever that's going to be. Okay, and now we're going to dump some text on there. So we grab the text tool. There we go. Boom. We obviously have to size the text over here. And the nice thing is you can just use these text runs dynamically. Yeah, before I tilt that, I'm actually going to just hit Y and move this point into the middle. Snapping would be helpful, yeah. There we go. Snapping back off. And say done. Now what that did is set the center point for this. So it rotates around the center. Okay, now we've got our boom. Oops. I want that a bit smaller. Okay. Let's set that to the middle. Text line middle and vertical middle. And from here we can duplicate this again. I go back a bit. And you don't really have to duplicate it. If you wanted to, you could probably just flatten the shape. That would ruin your text run though. So that's really up to if you need this more dynamic. That's probably the way to do it. And then if you don't want to do it that way, you could just duplicate this again. So duplicate the top layer of text. Do I have a font weight? No, I can have an additional font weight here. If I did, I would just push that up to bold, and that would generally give you a pretty good outline. Now it's going to be a bit of a trickier situation. So in that case, I might actually just go, okay, well, this one's dynamic. However, I'm just gonna for this one keep that text for later. Flatten this text. So flatten to shape. Great. Now we have something we can do strokes with. Wonderful. We're just gonna make that black. Push it up to 2. We can also now duplicate the shape. Whoops. Duplicate the shape. What? Why are you doing weird far few things to me? Copy, paste. Oh, very odd. That's never happened before. Got some weird effect happening there. Why? Looks cool. It's not what we're going for there. Good thing I kept this text. Okay, we'll just make that black. And there we go. We got a nice cartoon looking text. In fact, actually that duplication might actually not look too bad once we've filled it completely black. Okay, move that a bit more down. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit more dynamic. That's interesting. I can live with that. If you don't want to live with that, then just do it that way. Cool. Okay, great. So there we've got a nice boom effect. Just gonna group all of that together. Scale that any way you want now. You keep the text run, you can obviously animate it a bit better. So this was a bit too subtle. Anyway, okay, now these things tend to have a texture on the back, which I'm a fan of as well. It's just a little bit more squashed. That too. Thing. Okay. So let's do the texture quickly. So let's grab a circle. Okay. Now that we've got this, we can just duplicate that path, duplicate that path, duplicate that. Whoopsie. Duplicate that path. I'm just going to do this a couple of times. Probably more efficient ways of doing this. Let's do it one more time. A whole bunch of them. Great. Okay. From there, duplicate it up and to the right. About half a thing just to get some variance in there. And then the same thing will apply. Let's keep doing this till I'm happy. Great. Could actually just do 2 rows, but that makes my life harder, and I'll show you why. From here I can now simply modify the color. Where if I have 2 of these, it doesn't like all those circles. What did it even do? Okay, let's just do this. It really does not love all those circles. Anyway. I'd have to then obviously come in and change. Oh, cool. Okay. So let's make our life a little bit easier, I guess. We're just going to come in here. Delete a whole bunch of these guys. So this whole third row out as well. We only need 2 rows. Yep. There we go. Okay. That's a bit more optimized now. Great. Duplicate. Yeah. Duplicate. Yep. Yep. Okay. Great. Probably don't want them red. It's fine. Group those together. And then from selected colors, we can now modify it all at once. Okay. The only problem here is we can't change the blend state. So that makes life a little bit harder. Because now I'm gonna have to grab, yeah. Can I grab these? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I can do that. Probably just gonna do a screen. It will go lighter in this case. The other one I did was obviously darker. It's on screen. I'll probably bring it down here. And I'll probably duplicate another one. And duplicate another one. Just to cover the whole thing. Move the group up completely. And then clip this group potentially only to the highlight. And there you go. Now, we obviously don't want that to overlay the text. So we're just going to be dragging it below text. And we've got a nice, even nicer, I would say, cartoon or comic book sound effect. Yeah, super happy with that.